same place, same thoughts, same mistakes. Every step felt like a loop, every try just felt useless. I was close to giving in, tired of losing, tired within. Every plan I tried to make seemed to crumble, seemed to break. I got tired of feeling small, tired of hitting every wall. So I stopped waiting for a sign, drew a different line. I turn it around right now. No more lost, no more doubt. Every fall, every scar built me into who I are. I turn it around, no fear. Everything is shifting here. What once felt like defeat now is fire under me. I don't move the way I did, I don't think the way I lived. Every setback that I face now's a tool I can't replace. I stop blaming, took control, rebuild focus, mind and soul. Every second that I waste is a chance I can't replace. I've been down, I've been low, but I never let it close. Every time I hit the ground, I stood up without a sound. No more why did this go wrong, now it's how do I move on. Every loss I had to face put me in a stronger place. I turn it up. Step in and rearrange. Every path I choose to take is a move I'm gonna make. No delay, no excuse, I don't pick, I don't choose. If it builds and I commit, if it breaks, I don't quit. I turn it around right now. No more lost, no more doubt. Every fall, every scar build me into who I are. I turn it around, no fear. Everything is shifting here. What once felt like defeat now is power under me. No more same, new path, new game. No more wait, I change my I didn't come this far to stay the same. I didn't take this loss to play it safe. Everything I had to go through is the reason I break through. Turn it around or stay down.
Who said you're done? Who said you're weak? Who decides your end? I've been pushed to the edge before, felt like I couldn't take no more. But every time I hit that line, something in me said not this time. They don't see what it took to stand, don't understand what built this man. Every loss, every scar I made turned into strength I can't replace. I don't run when it gets hard, time. Time doesn't wait, it moves. So I became the proof. Every doubt I had to face put me in a stronger place. Now I move with clarity, built from pain internally. No delay, no retreat. I don't accept defeat. Everything I had to go through turned me into something new. We don't fall, we don't break, we don't stop. Whatever it takes. Who controls it? I control it. Who becomes it? I become it. What if it's too much?
It's never too much.
What if you fail?
Then I rise up.
Who are you?
Unbreakable.
Cold street, no sleep, heartbeat, concrete. City lights don't heal the dark, they just hide it in neon glow. I was young with heavy thoughts and nowhere safe to let them go. Every no hit like a hammer, every doubt a closing gate. But pressure makes the steel remember why it chose to carry weight. I had dreams too big for silence, too alive to let them fade. So I carved them into pavement with the risks I wasn't paid. They told me stay realistic, I told them watch me rise. You don't measure ambition by the fear inside your eyes. I grew wings made out of concrete, heavy crack but mine, built from nights nobody clapped for, built from crossing every line. You can doubt me from a distance, you can question every move, but I don't need your permission. I've got nothing left to prove. I've been broken more than money, I've been lost in more than space. I've seen hope look like a stranger with a familiar face. But struggle is a teacher that doesn't charge a fee. It strips away illusion until you see who you can be. I stop blaming every failure, stop running from the fall. If I crash ascending, better that than not at all. Scars don't weaken vision, they sharpen where you aim. And every time I lost it, I rebuilt it from the flame. I grew wings made out of concrete, not designed to glide, designed to break the ceiling. They said I couldn't climb, from the cracks inside the sidewalk to the skyline I pursue. You can cage a body, but you can't cage the truth. not lucky. I am not chosen. I am constructed from moments that try to close me. Carry every sleepless night. If the world is built to test me, then I'm built to break it through. From the ground they try to keep me, I flew. Drum in my chest, beat in the dark, foot on the edge, ready to spark. No map, no sign, just instinct and spine. I was shaped by the friction, by the grind of the days. Every doubt tried to fix me inside invisible chains. But pressure became rhythm, and rhythm became will. I don't silence the chaos, I make it stand still. Every wall that closed around me became a tighter spring, and now the tension in my bones is teaching me to swing. Feel the pulse of the unbreakable, beating under skin and bone. I was never made for comfortable, I was built to stand alone. When the ground begins to tremble, when the sky forgets my name, I don't wait for resurrection, I ignite my own flame. I've been sharp like a blade. I've been lost in the noise of the mistakes that I made. But the storm in my bloodstream never asked for permission. It just gathered the lightning and rewrote the mission. Every scar became a compass, every fall a higher view. If the climb is getting steeper, it means I'm breaking through. Not lucky, not chosen, just hungry, unfrozen. Through the night, I don't run from the impossible, I redefine the fight. If the darkness tries to claim me, if the fear comes back the same, I won't bow to any shadow, I outgrow the flame.
sky falling down, but I don't complain. Teeth locked tight, I swallow the doubt. World tried to bury me, I'm breaking out. Cold nights got my name in stone. No safe place, I built my own. Every loss left a scar so deep, but scars don't beg, they teach. They said you won't survive this storm, but storms don't scare us battle. I'm still standing in the fire, breathing smoke, climbing higher. Every bruise built this desire. You can't kill a soul like mine. Pressure made me unbreakable, pain made me untouchable. From the ashes, undeniable. You can't kill a soul like mine. Hands shaking but I don't fold. Hunger turning fear to gold. Back against the edge again. Watch me rise, don't blink. Silence louder than the screams. Built my empire out of dreams. Every time I hit the floor I came back wanting more. No savior, no rescue line. Just grip between my teeth and a war inside my mind. If I fall, I fall forward. Still standing in the fire. No more chains, no more wire. Turn my pain into a choir. Hear it scream, I'm alive. Unbreakable, untouchable, unstoppable tonight. You can't kill a soul like mine. You're not ready. You failed before. I failed, and I learned more. What if it happens again? What if you fall? Then I get up like I always do. You're wasting time, you're already behind. I'm exactly where I need to be to build a stronger mind. It's too much, you can't carry this weight. This weight built me, this pressure creates. You don't have what it takes. I didn't have it, I built it. Why keep going? Because stopping is the only real loss. You're tired. Good. That means I'm working. No one's watching. Perfect. This is where I grow. What if you never make it? Then I'll become someone who never quits trying. You're still the same. No, I just haven't shown it yet. You're going to break. No, I'm going like I was trying, but it wouldn't bend. Every plan I tried to make felt like something I couldn't take. I was stuck inside my head. Every thought I overfed turned into a heavier weight that I carried every day. I kept saying just hold on, while everything felt wrong, like I was moving but not going far. No matter where I was, and I questioned all of it. Every move, every bit. Was I built for something more, or just stuck inside this war? You don't see what it took to stand when I barely could hold my ground. Every scar, every fall I had was the reason I don't back down. You don't know what it cost me here. Every doubt I had to face, but I turned every bit of fear into something I embrace. I've been close to letting go, closer than I let it show. There were nights I almost quit, almost done, I'll admit, but something didn't let me break. Even when I couldn't take another step, another try, something said don't say goodbye. So I stayed when it was hard, stayed when it left a scar, stayed when it made no sense, stayed through the consequence. And I started seeing clear. Every time I faced a fear, I was building something real, even if I couldn't feel. You don't see what it took to stand when I barely could hold my ground. Every scar, every fall I had was the reason I don't back down. You don't know what it cost me here. Every doubt I had to face, but I turned every bit of fear into something I embrace. It wasn't luck, it wasn't fate. It was every time I chose not to break. It was every moment I stayed in the fight, when everything in me wanted to hide. Now I move with a different mind. Every loss I redefined, every wall I had to climb made me stronger over time. I don't wait for things to change, I step in and rearrange. Everything I couldn't be turned into what's inside of me. You don't see what it took to stand when I barely could hold my ground. Every scar, every fall I had was the reason I don't back down. You don't know what it cost me here. Every doubt I had to face, but I turned every bit of fear into something I embrace. It didn't break me, it built me.
The ground refused my weight that day, spit me back into the cold. Said you're not ready for the sky, you're too cracked, too uncontrolled. My hands were shaking, not from fear, but from everything I'd held. Every silent scream inside, every time I almost fell. The mirror didn't know my face, the past kept saying stay, but something deeper in my chest was pulling me away. Not toward comfort, not toward grace, but toward the fire I had to face. If I'm breaking, let me break forward. If I'm falling, urge to take space. They try to measure what I'm worth with opinions made of fear, but I stopped shrinking who I am just to make their vision clear. Pain was never my identity, it was only passing through. Like thunder never owns the sky, it just shows what storms can do. I was not designed for hiding, I was not built for retreat. Even wounded, even doubting, there's rebellion in my feet. So let the pressure rise again, let the weight return to test. I don't collapse beneath the load, I convert it in my chest. If I'm breaking, let me break forward. If I'm bleeding, let it mean that I fought for something bigger than the version once unseen. No more waiting for permission, no more begging to belong. I'd rather stand inside resistance than survive by staying small. I was never meant to fit the mold, I was meant to melt it. I am something more.
Same feeling, same delays. I was stuck inside a loop, watching everything I lose. Every try felt incomplete, every fall hit way too deep. I was tired of the same, tired of carrying the blame. I kept asking why again, why it never seems to end. Then I saw it wasn't fate, it was something I created. Break the cycle, I'm done. No more running, no more numb. Every chain I used to hold, I release, I take control. Break the cycle right now, no more when. It's how what was keeping me confined was the prison in my mind. I stopped waiting for a sign, stopped wasting all my time. Every excuse that I made was the reason that I stayed. So I faced what I avoided, all the fear I once destroyed. Every doubt I used to feed, now it's something I defeat. No more hiding from the truth, no more blaming what I knew. If I want a different end, I have to break, not just pretend. Break the cycle, I'm done. No more running, no more numb. Every chain I used to hold, I release, I take control. Break the cycle right now, no more. And it's how what was keeping me confined was the prison in my mind. Break now.
breath I take, every wall I used to see was a limit set by me. Cycle. Broken.
I was shattered on the floor, pieces I can't ignore. Every crack, every scar, show me who I really are. Lost my ground, lost my way, had no words left to say. Felt the weight pulling down like I never turn around. Hit the bottom, felt the pain, thought I'd never rise again. But the silence made me see there was something left in me. Every doubt, every lie tried to keep me down inside, but I learned to use the pain, turn the loss into my gain. Every scar became a sign that I made it out alive. No more running, no disguise, I see clear through all the lies. Will once try to break my soul, only help me take control. I was broken, now I'm rebuilt. Every wound, every guilt turned me into something more. Now I'm stronger than before. From the ashes, from the fall, I survived through it all. Try to bury who I am. Now I'm rising where I stay. You can't kill what won't stay down. I've been lost, now I'm found. Every fall, every fight turned my dark into my light. I was broken, now I'm rebuilt. Every scar, every guilt made me who I am right now. I don't bend, I don't bow. I broke, but I came back stronger. I never said it out loud, but I was barely holding on. Every I'm fine I told them was just me playing along. I learned how to smile through it, how to act like nothing's wrong. But inside it felt like pressure that was building all along. There were nights I lost control, staring at the ceiling alone, thinking maybe I'm not built for the weight that I have known. And I tried to push it down, tried to bury what I feel, but the silence made it louder than anything I conceal. I don't wanna stay this way, but I don't know how to stop.
I was weak for feeling too much inside, but maybe that's what kept me from completely losing my mind. Because even in the chaos, even when I break apart, there's a voice that keeps on saying, this is not where you restart. This is where you rebuild it. But I'm not done. I'm broken, but I still run through the pressure, through the weight. I refuse to accept defeat as fate. I was never solid, I just hit it. Every scar, I didn't quit it. I'm still here, I'm still braving, and that's all I need to keep it. Said it out loud, but now you hear it anyway. You can try to read my moves, but you won't see what I do. Every step I take is hidden, every plan is pre-written. I don't rush, I don't chase, I control the time and place while you guess what comes next. I've already placed the check, no delay, no mistake. Every risk that I take is a move I already won before it's even begun. I'm inevitable, can't be stopped. Every level I unlock. You can doubt, you can hate, but I move above your state. I'm inevitable, no debate. Every move I dominate. By the time you realize I've already taken what's mine. Speak unless it's said, no emotion, no regret. Every action that I take leaves no space for a mistake. I've been built inside the dark, every loss became a spark. Every moment I was down turned me into what I am now. No fear, no doubt, no more turning around. If I move, it's already done. There's no second run. I unlock. You can doubt, you can hate, but I move above your state. I'm inevitable, no debate. Every move I dominate. By the time you realize I've already taken what's mine. Too late. Play games I control. You chase goals, I own goals. Everything you try to be is already done by me. Inevitable. Always. Always.
feel like I'm ahead. Some days I'm just stuck in my head, but I still get up and move. Even when I got nothing to prove. It's not loud, it's not clean, it's the space in between, where I figure out who I am when nothing goes as I planned. I don't need to be perfect, just need to keep working. Even slow is still progress, even doubt is still learning. I'm still in motion, even when I break. Still rebuilding, every step I take. Nothing final, nothing done. I keep going, I don't run. Still in motion through the pain, even when it feels insane. I don't stop, I don't freeze, I just move through everything. For the right time, now I know it's just a lie. There's no moment that arrives, you just build it while you try. Every failure left a mark, but it never killed the spark. Now I see it differently, it was shaping me quietly. No arrival, no finish line, just the path I redefine. Every second that I choose is a step I cannot lose. I'm still in motion, even when I break. Still rebuilding, every step I take. Nothing final, nothing done. I keep going, I don't run. Still in motion through the pain, even when it feels insane. I don't stop, I don't freeze, I just move through everything. Never falling, it's about always crawling back into who I become. Every time I come undone. Still in motion, still in motion. Set it all into the flame, every loss, every name. Let it burn, let it break. There was nothing left to say. Watched it fall piece by piece. Every doubt, every belief turned to ash in front of me. Now there's nothing left to keep. I don't run from the heat, I don't beg, I don't plead. If it burns, let it burn. That's the only way I learn. I was born in fire, built from the collapse. Every scar is fuel, every fall attacks. I don't rise, I ignite. Through the dark, through the fight. What you see isn't luck, I was made to erupt. Every version that I was couldn't handle what it does, so I let it all erase. Left no trace, left no face. Now I stand on what remains, not the same, never the same. What survived inside the flame doesn't even feel the pain. I don't fear what destroys, I don't listen to the noise. If it breaks, let it die. Something stronger will arise. I was born in fire, built from the collapse. Every scar is fuel, every fall attack.
erupt. Burning down, let it break. From the ash I awake. Burning down, let it break. I return wide awake. You don't know what it takes to survive what creates. This version that you see came from total debris. Not reborn. Reforged.
Yesterday's war, dust on my skin, but my heart wanted more. Sirens inside me still screaming retreat, but something in my pulse refused defeat. Broken mirrors don't scare me now. I've seen my worst and survived somehow. The ground may shake, the sky may fall, but I'm still breathing through it all. They try to bury what I could be under fear and gravity, but roots grow deeper underground, and I am rising without a sound. Ashes don't own me, scars don't define me. Pain tried to hold me, but it couldn't confine me. I walk through the fire, not asking why. Every spark inside me refuses to die. Carried storms inside my veins. Every fall rewrote my name. Every loss ignited flame. No crown, no throne, no perfect plan. Just trembling hands and a stubborn stand. If the night thinks I will break, it doesn't know the heart I make. Pressure builds, but so do I. Diamonds form where dreams collide. I've been cracked but never gone. Every fracture made me strong. Ashes don't own me. Fear can't control me. Chains try to hold me, but they couldn't hold me. I walk through the fire, eyes open wide. Every shadow behind me left where it died. Don't own me, the past can't contain me. The weight of the world could never restrain me.
just help me climb. Thunder rolling in my bloodstream, sky turning into steel, silence standing at attention, waiting to see if I kneel. They said the storm would end me, said I'll scatter in the rain, but they never saw the fire running wild inside my veins. I've been tested by the pressure, bent but never torn apart. Every lightning strike that hit me only mapped another spark. I don't fear the sky collapsing, I don't fear the wind that roars. Every chaos that surrounds me only sharpens what I'm for. Let the clouds come closer, let the thunder speak. I was never built for shelter, I was built for peak. I'm crowned by the storm, not broken by the rain. Every scar becomes a medal, every loss becomes a gain. If the night tries to erase me, if the world turns cold and worn, I don't wait for light to save me. I am crowned by the storm. I've walked in doubt like wildfire, burned the lies I used to keep. I've rebuilt my foundation from the rubble buried deep. No applause in my becoming, no permission, no parade, just the sound of something rising that refuses to decay. Strength is not a quiet promise, it's a choice you make alone. When the ground beneath you fractures and you build it into stone, let the pressure double, let the critics form. You don't survive the chaos, you transform. I'm crowned by the storm, by the fury and the flame. Every fall rewrote the story, every scar rewrote my name. If the winds try to define me, if the darkness feels reborn, I don't bow to devastation. I am crowned by the storm, not chosen, not spared, forged because I dare. I'm crowned by the storm, standing taller in the rain. What was meant to drown my fire only fed it once again. Let the thunder call my presence, let the heavens tear and form. You can't silence something crowned by the storm. Cold air in my lungs, midnight breathing slow.
shadows stretching on the walls, broken echoes down below. No voices, only heartbeat. No light, just fading glow. Something moving in the silence, but I won't let it show. You're sitting in the wreckage of a plan that didn't land. Hands dirty from the fall, hope slipping through your hands. Feels like every step you take just sinks you twice as deep. Like the world moved on without you while you couldn't even sleep. You're tired of being strong, tired of pretending you're okay, tired of hearing keep going when you barely made today. But rock bottom has a secret that nobody understands. It's the only solid ground left to stand. Nothing left to lose. Good, that means nothing left to fear. Get up from the mud, slow if you must. Shaking is fun, just stand up. You are not the failure, you are not the fall. You are the reason you survived it all. Get up from the mud, breathe through the flood. You don't need strength for forever, just enough for this minute. The mirror feels cruel lately. I know that look you give, like you're measuring your worth by how hard it is to live. But pain is loud and temporary, it lies about your name. It tells you that you're broken, but you're bruised, not erased. You think this is the ending, that this is who you are. But storms don't define the ocean, they just show how strong waves are. Cry if you need to, scream if it helps, but don't you dare count yourself out. The fact that you're still here, still breathing through the weight, means something inside you refuses to break. Not stuck, this is not your grave, it's your climb back up. Dirty doesn't mean defeated, low doesn't mean lost. This isn't where you end, it's where you rise. Before the sun remembers my name, before the sky decides to open, there's a quiet line of fire stretching wide across my chest. Through valleys made of doubt, where every echo sounded small, where hope felt like a fragile spark about to fade against the wall. But something deeper kept me moving, past the fear, past the blame. A pulse that didn't ask for comfort, only whispered stay the flame. I carried storms behind my ribs, lightning hidden in disguise, learning even broken compasses still point toward the rise. I stopped chasing distant daylight, stopped begging fate to see if there's a horizon waiting. It begins inside of me. There's a horizon inside me, wider than the sky. No matter how the night surrounds me, it cannot deny. Every step I take in darkness writes my name in gold. I don't wait for dawn to find me, I become the glow. tasted fear like bitter rain. I've stood where courage felt too thin, but mountains aren't moved by shouting, they're moved by stepping in. I stopped asking for guarantees, stopped fearing every scar. If the road refuses mercy, then I'll redefine how far. Strength is quiet when it's real, it doesn't need a shout. It grows in places no one sees and blooms through every doubt. If the wind decides to test me, if the ground begins to shake, I won't search for safer shelter, I'll become what doesn't break. There's a horizon inside me, limitless and bright. Even when the world feels heavy, I still carry light. Every fall becomes a lesson, every scar a spark. You can't bury something destined to outgrow the dark. Save, self-made in the shade. Not chosen, not crowned, still rising from the ground. I expand, I belong. I belong. They said the tide would take me, said I was built to drown. Too much weight around my chest, too many anchors pulling down. Every dream felt distant, like stars behind thick glass. Close enough to see them shine, too far away to grasp. I stopped asking for the shoreline, stopped praying for the wave. If the ocean wants to test me, then the ocean I will brave. Fear was loud, but I was louder, not in noise, but in endurance. I learned to breathe underwater, where no one thought I'd last. Turn the pressure into power, turn the present from my past. No more begging for the surface, no more waiting to be saved. If the deep is where I'm standing, then the deep is what I'll claim. I've been lost in silent battles, no applause, no guiding light. Fighting wars no one could see in the middle of the night. But silence builds a different strength, one that doesn't scream. It moves like roots beneath the earth, unseen, but breaking concrete seams. I'm not fragile like they whispered, I'm not finished like they said. I'm evolving in the darkness, where the brave are quietly led. Every doubt became a current, every scar became a scar, but currents carve the deepest canyons, and I know exactly who we are. I learned to breathe underwater, where the become the wave. Death doesn't destroy you, it defines you. Darkness doesn't erase you, it refines you. I learned to breathe underwater. I don't fear the falling night. What once tried to pull me under now is teaching me to rise. No more chains of expectation, no more weight I cannot bear. If the world becomes an ocean, I'll build my kingdom there. Hands in the dirt, knees on the ground, silence so loud, no one around. Dreams feeling heavy, soaked in the rain, carrying weight that don't have a name. I've swallowed pride, I've tasted dust, built my hope from broken trust. Every fall carved in the skin, but every scar let light come in. They said stay down, it's safer there, but safety never built the brave. If I'm drowning in the dark, I'll learn to breathe beneath the wave. I'm coming out of the mud, stronger than I've ever been. What tried to bury my love only made my roots sink in. I rise with blood in my lungs, fire under my skin. You can't keep me undone, I'm starting again. Just restless nights and endless days, but pressure turns the cold to shine, and broken clocks still measure time. I'm not the doubt inside my head, I'm not the tears I've ever shed. If pain is part of who I am, then strength is written in my hands. Every no became a spark, every loss became a start. If the world closed every door, I'll build my own from shattered parts. Coming out of the mud, rising above the wave. What tried to swallow my blood only sharpened my fate. I breathe, I fight, I stand, even when hope feels thin. You can't bury a man who was born to begin again. Low doesn't mean the end, dark doesn't mean no dawn. If I'm bent, I will not bend. If I'm shaken,